What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a good day today. Lots of news to get to and not a lot of time to get through it, so I'm going to hop right in. Not a whole lot to talk about with Bitcoin and price action across the board, still kind of plodding along here. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting at about $30,255. Nothing really major happening as of yet, so I'm going to move on. Bank of Jamaica is going to be launching a nationwide digital currency, so this is another one. I believe we have the Bahamas and the Caribbean right now as well. So Bank of Jamaica, this is tied in through e-currency. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but this is kind of their old workshop review here from e-currency. Interesting verbiage amongst this, talking about digital fiat currency not being a supranational currency, such as Ripple/XRP. If you're not aware what supranational currency is, it's a hypothetical global currency, would be backed by a basket of reserve currencies at the International Monetary Fund. I'm not saying that XRP is a supranational currency. What I am saying, though, I think that as we have regulatory clarity and more liquidity built up, I do think that it could be that supranational bridge asset. You can interpret that as currency or whatever you want to interpret it as. But there's going to be multiple of those as well, in my opinion. It's just going to deal in liquidity, utility, and efficiency for a lot of these digital assets. Speaking of the IMF, though, they have dropped some bombshells recently. This was yesterday. Digital currencies and energy consumption. Now, this is a longer document, about 31 pages, but I wanted to kind of run through some of this here. So this is dealing in energy consumption, but also they do a lot of interesting things as far as CBDC initiatives. Let me find where I wanted to get to here. Yeah. So I'm just going to read a couple of pieces from this, and this is from the International Monetary Fund again. From an environmental perspective, proof of work mechanisms have two important negative implications: energy consumption and e-waste. A distributed ledger technology system based on proof of work consumes much electricity in the computations performed by nodes or computers competing for transaction validations. For example, as of April 25th, 2022, the annual electricity consumption of the Bitcoin network is estimated at 144 terawatt hours per year. This amounts to about 0.6% of the total global electricity consumption. A second environmental concern is e-waste, which refers to electronics that are discarded at the end of their useful life. The reason proof of work consensus mechanisms lead to large e-waste is that validators need to constantly upgrade to the latest, fastest hardware to remain competitive. It has been estimated that the average lifespan of Bitcoin mining devices is 1.3 years, and that as a result, the Bitcoin network cycles through about 30.7 metric kilotons of equipment per year, roughly equivalent to the e-waste generated by a small advanced economy such as the Netherlands. I wanted to get down into the summary here because the summary had quite a bit in there. Let's see if I can get to it. Yeah, conclusion. So pay attention to this. First, if the transformation of the payment system is to lead to reduced energy usage, then this transformation should not rely on proof of work based distributed ledger technology applications. Let me read that again. If the transformation of payment systems is to lead to reduced energy usage, then this transformation should not rely on proof of work based DLT applications. Well, we know all these central banks and most of the institutions and organizations across the board have this 2030 timeline set up for these green initiatives, carbon neutral or carbon negative. They are literally telling you if the transformation of the payment systems is to lead to reduced energy usage, aka the green initiatives, the transformation should not rely solely based on POW-based DLT applications such as the Bitcoin network. In particular, this goes through 144 terawatt per year again. Secondly, non-proof of work permission to crypto assets have an edge in terms of energy use over other DLT-based crypto assets and can reduce energy consumption relative to the existing payments system. The advantage of non-proof of work permission to crypto assets compared to other crypto assets in terms of energy consumption emanates both from a reliance on more energy efficient consensus mechanisms and the enhanced ability to influence key parameters of the network that come with permission systems, such as the number of locations of nodes or other eligibility criteria. The potential of non-POW permissioned crypto assets to reduce energy consumption relative to the existing payment system comes about from energy savings on both core processing architectures and user payment means, etc., etc., etc. Central banks could design CBDCs with the explicit goal to be environmentally friendly. I mean, there's a lot on here. And there's maybe I'll read through the rest of this. Central banks could select new platforms, hardware, and design options that are expected to have a lower carbon footprint than the central bank's legacy systems. You get it, right? There's a ton of information in this. I certainly recommend you guys go on to the IMF's website and take a look through this. Even more so all the way down at the bottom here. You ever want to show people how big crypto, how big kind of digital assets and what's happening with the digitization of finance, all you got to do is show them this annex. This is Annex 2. This is launched central bank digital currency initiatives. These are pilot central bank digital currency initiatives, whether it be wholesale, retail. These are other central bank digital currency initiatives, wholesale or resale. You've got experimentation phases for central bank digital currencies, wholesale, retail, proof of concepts, wholesale, and retail. And you can run the entire gamut here. Bahamas and Nigeria, now we know Jamaica is basically launching as well. In pilot stages right now, you can see Canada, right? Phase 1 within Canada was Ethereum, private network version of Ethereum. Phase 2 is with R3 Corda. A lot of these nations are obviously further ahead. Obviously, pilots are a lot closer to launch dates than proof of concepts. Proof of concepts are a lot closer to launch dates than experimentation phases. You get the gist, and I'm sure that there's some stuff behind the scenes as well. But this is talking about the players involved. This is talking about the nations involved as well. That's just a breadth of information for you guys to look through. Now, this video talking about the Bank of Canada, this, in my opinion, is one of the ways in which this rolls out mainstream. I think that we're going to start being marketed digital assets probably within this decade from all of the banking organizations that we know and love. And, Bank of Canada is certainly one of the ones that are, Royal Bank of Canada that are going to be doing it. But this is TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. This is their QUARTZ platform, which seamlessly integrates into TCS Banks, which covers, I believe, it's like 25% of the global banked population, TCS Banks. QUARTZ is their blockchain solution. Now, for a warning, this video kind of sucks as far as how it's playing, but the audio is going to be there, and then I'm going to move on from that.
Rewards programs help retain customer loyalty and reduce the costs of new customer acquisition. Often used to educate members about new offers, they are an extension of a brand's online presence. Personalized experiences make customers feel that their brand of choice knows them well, and reward points are an effective way to prove this. Reward points are typically offered by banks to their customers for usage of credit or debit cards, as well as by large merchants or retail chains on purchases made in their stores or portal. The primary objective of rewards programs are to ensure customer loyalty and to incentivize further spends through utilization of these points. However, existing rewards programs come with a number of inefficiencies, including a basic lack of fungibility of reward points. A customer cannot use them for purchases at an online store or a grocery supermarket, and is instead forced to redeem the points with the institution which issued them, something that may not always be possible or meaningful for the customer. Issuers of reward points also face challenges, since each of them need to maintain systems to track reward points issued to each customer or member, and also need to deal with reconciliation issues as a result of delayed settlement and lack of real-time availability of reward point balances. Unused reward points are also treated as liabilities in the issuer's balance sheet, thus posing further complications. Introducing TCS Blockchain Solution QUARTZ. The QUARTZ suite of solutions are built on the philosophy of coexistence, integration, and interoperability. The QUARTZ reward solution helps create a powerful ecosystem leveraging blockchain, in which issuers of reward points, for example, banks, merchants, and so forth, and the acquirer or payment processor can operate as nodes. Each participating user can maintain information pertaining to
operate as nodes.
Their customers or members, and their reward point balances on the blockchain. The acquirer or payment processor can facilitate use of reward points across a vast chain of issuers, thus providing flexibility to the customer in using the points. A combination of reward points as well as funds can be accrued and redeemed seamlessly on blockchain, providing the customer the freedom to purchase goods or services that he or she wants, including a next-gen digital solution for reward points management. QUARTZ manages the real-time accrual of points and funds, as well as redemption and instant settlement. The solution streamlines the way reward points are managed, delivering the QUARTZ Advantage. QUARTZ for Revamped.
All right, so we did catch, if you watch the video, you kind of catch the Ethereum, the actual digital asset being utilized. QUARTZ, I've done a video on them previously, probably like 2 weeks ago as well. XRP and the XRP ledger straight up tied into QUARTZ. Previously with TCS banks, all that we saw was Ripple. I saw that new slide from them, XRP, ledger, Bitcoin, and Ethereum tied directly into the QUARTZ smart ledgers. This isn't where rewards points have originated either. I do believe MasterCard and Visa, I tried looking up those patents. I couldn't find them prior to this, but I know that I've seen them previously. Bank of America had one, I believe, that was abandoned that did mention Ripple. Methods and systems for digital rewards processing. This is directly through the Royal Bank of Canada. And within this, we can see some really, really interesting verbiage. This is the new one. So this is 2021. It's active. Adjusted expiration. The application was granted in 2021. Publicized. Expected to expire in 2037. But if you read through here, there's some very interesting verbiage. So you guys can find this. You guys can look through all the slides here because I've kind of rambled on enough in this video, but I wanted to go through this. The product and channel layer may provide functionality associated with various accounts through transaction channels. Clients may be provided with a new multiple currency account, which holds balances in various currency types, such as government-backed currencies, and also digital currencies, such as digital rewards currencies, Bitcoin, XRP, etc. The multiple currency account may be adapted for currency exchange via traded or tiered rates. For example, this system may be utilized to provide functionality to exchange merchant-specific reward points, government-backed currencies, and digital currencies in a digital rewards exchange using the new digital currency. Merchants can trade their specific reward points to and from the currency. Here's where it gets very interesting if you haven't seen this before. In some embodiments, the provisioning of such a system may aid in the transformation of rewards assets into a digital currency that is, to some customers, similar to liquid cash, incorporated into clients' everyday spending behaviors. The system may be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Monitoring could be used to monitor accounts associated with customers, to provide accumulation monitoring mechanisms configured to periodically or continuously mine or external transactions log to identify accumulation. I mean, there's so much in here, right? But that, in my opinion, is one of the ways in which they're certainly going to be rolling out digital assets from the mainstream. I have to give a shout out as I end this to Wrath of Kahneman, monstrous researcher in the XRP/Ripple community and space, and across the board, just and a stand-up dude every time I've talked to him. Just a great individual to talk to. Caught this from it's an SBI Remit announcement. So this is Gamagori Shinkin Bank has signed with SBI Remit's international money transfer service. SBI Remit does use RippleNet and ODL in certain corridors. So shout out to Wrath of Kahneman. You guys can look through the original announcement here. It's translated. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and take care. I will talk to you when I talk to you. Bye.